Hello, my friends. It is a wonderful privilege I have to be with you on this episode of the Morning Mindset. I hope you've come here listening because you're eager, really eager to get your mind on track with the Lord. Get your mind aligned with His truth that comes from His Word. We're going to be doing that in just a moment in Proverbs chapter 13. I want to encourage you, though, if you have a story of how the Morning Mindset has impacted your life, I would love to hear it, and I would love to hear it in your voice. You can record a very quick, brief testimony, so to speak, of how God has used the Morning Mindset in your life by going to careygreen.com/story. That's C-A-R-E-Y, green like the color.com/story. There's a button there you can click to begin speaking into your computer mic or your phone mic and record your story. I would love to hear how God is using it, not for the sake of ego, but for the sake of sharing it with others so they can be encouraged that the Morning Mindset is being used by God to do some amazing things in the lives of people just like them. All right, today we are going to be talking about the things we hope for. We all know what that's like, to be hoping for something. It's kind of like a wishing sort of a thing, isn't it? We wish this would happen, or we're really anticipating something good coming about in our lives. Well, Proverbs 13, verses 12 and 19 speak of this. Verse 12 says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. So you know what that word deferred means, right? It means put off, something that's delayed. So a hope that something you're hoping for that's deferred or delayed makes the heart sick. Man, we all know what that's like, don't we? We all know what it's like to be aching for something to come about, and it's just never happening. Look at the next phrase. It says, but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life. So Solomon really is just commenting on the experiences of life that we all have here. The disappointment we feel when something we really want is not happening. And then on the other side, the excitement and fulfillment and energy we feel when something we were hoping for has actually been fulfilled. Verse 19 says, a desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul. Isn't that another way of saying a desire fulfilled is a tree of life? He's saying these hopes that get fulfilled really bring us life. It really encourages our souls. And then at the end of verse 19, he says something very interesting that seems to be a little bit out of the vein of what he's saying. I'm going to read the whole verse so you can get the shock value of how these two things contrast. He says, a desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but to turn away from evil is an abomination to fools. So let's stop for a moment. Abomination is something that's reprehensible, revolting. So he's saying, a desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul. Okay, we're tracking with him there. But, so contrasting, to turn away from evil is an abomination to fools. To turn away from evil. What is he trying to say there? I think what Solomon's getting at is sometimes in our desire to see something fulfilled, we can be tempted to move in an evil direction or in a wrong direction in order to get that desire fulfilled. I think all of us know that temptation, don't we? We know the temptation to compromise, to gain advantage for ourselves in some way, to steer things in a direction that will bring about the outcome we want to see happen. We know that temptation. And he's saying, if you experience that temptation as you are desiring for something to be fulfilled in your life, and you think that turning away from the temptation is stupid or is unnecessary or is kind of revolting to you because you want that thing so badly, he's saying you are a fool if that's what you think, if that's what the feelings inside of you are generating. Because you need to recognize giving in to evil is worse than not having your desire fulfilled. Now think about that. Giving in to evil, taking the easy path, the tempting path, just to get what you want, is worse than doing without that thing you want so badly. Friends, I think there's all kinds of applications to this in our lives, isn't there? I want to encourage you, if you're in that place where you're hoping for something and your heart is sick and you're being tempted to move in a direction that is not God's will. Don't be the fool. Be a wise person led by the Spirit who would rather do without what they're hoping for than to turn toward evil. Jesus, give us the wisdom to see when this is happening in our lives and empower us to stand for righteousness even when the pull of what we're desiring is so strong. Enable us to resist temptation, to resist the devil so that he will flee from us. We want to do this because we want you to be glorified. It's in your name we pray.